It's commercial
BroadcastMedia.com, Chicago.
And around the world where your voice is heard. This is UBM Talk.
Now here is the Let's Stay Together show with Reverend Ricardo McCain and author Brenda McCain, helping you to rebuild your relationships with God.
Good evening. Welcome to the Let's Stay Together show. I'm your host, Reverend Rick McCain, along with my baby, my girl, my boo, author Brenda McCain on the Let's Stay Together show. How you doing, baby?
I'm doing great. How you doing, baby?
All right.
Welcome to the Let's Stay Together show. I want to say hello to all of our guests that's joining us tonight via the airways. Thanks for riding with us on the McCain train again this week, because you know what? To know God's glory, you have to know and share your backstory. And tonight we have a great backstory for you. Our topic is healing for the holidays. It's a family affair. It's starting to look like Christmas up in here, especially when you are in the midst of your family, which we are tonight. We got a lot of family members here, and we're so happy about it. We're going to go back on a McCain train ride, take you down a journey back down memory lane with a woo-woo, and we're going to reminisce about our Christmas past and what is stored for Christmas this year. Now, to help us discuss this topic is none other than our family members of the McCain train tonight, and that is Demetria Billups, my cousin, Vanessa McCain Mason, Rick's sister, Elby McCain, Rick's brother, and Candice Brown, Tracy's sister. So I want to welcome you guys as well. Y'all happy to be here, right?
Of course we're happy to be here.
Okay, I'm loving it. I'm loving it. So when we get really started into the show tonight, we want everyone else to call in at 312-754-4333.
All right. So I didn't drop something on the floor now, but hey, thank you all very much for listening to the show today. We're trying to get ourselves situated here on Healing for the Holidays. You know, I thought it would be great if we bring family in here and talk about reminiscing about certain things that we've done when we were young kids. And so we were really happy in regards to bringing in some of our family members for this show and just discuss a couple of things. Are you okay with that, honey? Okay, so I'm going to check that out in a second. So what I'm doing, just going around the thing. And so what we wanted to talk about is basically some of the things that you've done during the holidays. So I think what we're going to start off with, baby, I'm trying to read this thing, and I'm not reading that well.
We're going to start off with childhood memories.
Okay, we'll start that off.
Okay. You know what? I do want to thank Miss Reese. I'm just going to give her one name. This is Reese on our panel as well, and I'm going to go around the table here. Miss Reese, give me some of your childhood memories that you love best and most about Christmas.
I just loved opening presents on Christmas Day. I have 3 sisters, so we always had tons of presents under the Christmas tree.
Oh, did you do that early in the morning?
No, we always did it on actual Christmas Day whenever we woke up. So the younger I was, the earlier it was. And I just remember one year, because we liked to have this big spread of presents, my mom ended up wrapping empty boxes for us to make it look like it was more presents, and then when we opened them, it was just empty boxes.
Well, she was clever.
The other presents.
Mama was clever. Nothing wrong with that. At least it was pretty under the tree, right?
Yes, of course.
Okay, Miss Demetria, take the mic and tell us what. Mimi, take the mic and tell us what you liked about Christmas.
Well, what I enjoyed most about Christmas was not so much opening the presents. It was actually the morning after we opened the present. All our cousins, I remember living around the corner from my aunt, and we would always wait for our cousins because they were older than us. They would always come to my mom so we could see what they got for Christmas and share our presents with them. That's what I enjoyed the most about my childhood.
Well, that's different. Yeah. The next day, the day after.
Yeah.
We didn't like the day after. The thrill was gone then. Mr. Elby, what did you enjoy?
Well, the most I liked about Christmas is all my family being together and just enjoying Christmas Day itself, opening up the presents.
Oh, okay, you don't have no backstory other than that?
No comment.
He got a lot of backstories. I can tell you a couple of backstories of him of tearing up my toys before I got a chance to play with him. So he was, what did it say, rambunctious?
Mannish is my word.
A mannish kind of person back in the days. He was a person that really enjoyed causing havoc on Christmas toys. Okay, let's go to our next person over here. Candice, tell me something about what you have. What was he talking about?
Childhood
memories.
Well, anybody who knows me, I only have to say one word: Barbie.
Oh, my sister used to get into Barbie.
That was my toy. You didn't have to give me anything but Barbie.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
I never got into Barbie.
No Shatty Cathy. I'm like, who said that? Was that you, Tracy? No. Who said Shatty Cathy? I heard somebody say, oh, my brother, yeah. Y'all never heard of Shatty Cathy?
Well, technically, it didn't even have to be a real Barbie.
Huh?
So we had those Barbie-like.
Who?
Bootleg Barbie.
It's Chatty Cathy? Oh, I don't. So, I was in Ebonics. I'm saying Shatty Cathy.
I never heard of it.
It's Chatty Cathy. Okay, so that one, too. The Shatty and the Catty. I remember that dial a lot because my sister had one, and I can't even remember what it looked like. Hey, Tracy, see if you can find a picture of that real quick so you can figure out what it is.
Well, Tracy might have some memories, too.
Okay, well, Tracy, get the headset over there, the mic. What was your memory?
I've been still trying to remember them because I'm like really, really old here, but
right.
Probably the biggest memory I have is, like she said, it was a lot of us. It was 6 of us. So even though you may not have gotten a lot of things for Christmas, with 6 people, you kind of multiply the toys. So you kind of, get to play with everybody's toys and hopefully, like you say, don't break them. But probably just being together with the family and playing with everybody's toys.
Oh. Yeah, that's great. You got a memory over there? Did you share yours?
No. I was doing the round table thing. So.
I'm last, baby.
Oh, okay. Well, let me see. My best memory, childhood memory, always is and always will be, more so when we were older. The morning, getting up, Mom always, her and Daddy play possum, would sleep while we opened the gifts, and after we had the gift opening, the big dinner, and after that, I don't know if anyone else remember going downtown to the movies. That was our thing. You eat, and then you hook up with your friends and your family, and we took the train to go downtown, and it was safe back in the day. Stayed out late, had a great time. Okay. We took that train and did what we needed to do. So those was my fondest memories when we was older and was able to do what we wanted to do.
Hey, you know what? We were just talking about it. My sister just came in about that Chatty Cathy dial. Do you realize, Tracy, pull that picture back down. Do you realize that they have a vintage Chatty Cathy dial that's going for $1,700? If some of you all that listen to the show know about that dial, they have one on there for $1,700. I know right now, if my mama was alive, she would be saying, you will not be getting this dial this Christmas. I mean, they got some other ones on there, but a vintage dial.
What does this dial look like?
I don't know. Vanessa,
yes,
you on there might talk about that.
I still have my dial.
Oh, you still have that dial?
I still have my
Elby
Chatty
didn't tear it up?
No, the baby Chatty Cathy Jerome gave away, but I still have my original Chatty Cathy. It was a Caucasian dial with blonde hair and freckles.
Well, it's now worth $1,700. So.
Yeah, so they've got some cheaper than that, but I think yours might be worth that much. I don't, they got it still in the box and stuff like that. I know yours is not in the box anymore.
Not in the box.
I'm surprised it still got his head on it. But,
yes, it still has his hair, the hair and everything. Every year I take it out, I clean it. I do her hair. I wash the dress, iron it, put it back on her, put her back in the closet.
So we're gonna have an old folks don't know how to let a dial go show soon.
If it's worth $1,000, it was worth keeping.
Hey, I'm telling you.
I've just posted a picture of Chatty Cathy, the one for $1,750, I think it was.
Yeah.
So take a look on our page.
I know Miss Kansas says she was all about Barbie, you Chatty Cathy, and I was all about, and I know people are like, are you for real? Raggedy Ann was my doll. That was the sweetest doll to me.
Barbie too. What did you do with a Raggedy Ann?
I loved her. I love Raggedy Ann. Because, see, my doll wasn't pretentious. Barbie was pretentious. She had to have Ken, a new car, a new house. Raggedy Ann was like a dog. She just loved you endlessly. But, I mean, Chatty Cathy, I don't need nothing talking more than me. So she just chat.
Well, you pull a string and she talks. Her voice is kind of hard to hear because she's so old.
Her voice is still working?
It's really hard to hear. But I did my Barbie. As a matter of fact, I learned how to make clothes from my Barbie doll, too.
Oh, you were serious. Okay.
Yeah, Irene Willis taught me how to sew. Yes. And I made Barbie clothes for my Barbie doll.
Yep.
Oh. Yep. Well, I know one thing. See, I had low maintenance Raggedy Ann.
So some of you all out there that have played with your, I'm going to say this right, your Chatty Cathy doll, send us something on Facebook to let us know if you know what that is. And let us know also about your favorite, doll, or maybe favorite toy. I think I remember one of the things about me is that my mom did something that I thought was very, very rude and very mean that she did to me as a child. You know, and I think back to it, and I'm like, Mom, why did you do that to me? Because she said this statement. So she said to me, Rick, look in the catalog. Now, you know, this is a long time ago because they didn't have catalogs now. JCPenney catalog. That catalog used to be about 300 pages long, okay? And she said, I want you to look in the catalog and pick what you want for Christmas. So, you know, I'm thinking, okay, I heard my mom say, pick what you want for Christmas. I wrote down 101 things. But she did say, pick what you want for Christmas. My brother and sister there, they probably don't remember that because they always say I was spoiled. They probably didn't get that same option. No. But for me, she said, pick what you want for Christmas. I wrote down 101 things. She knocked that list down to 10. That was terrible to me.
That's still a lot.
Oh, wait a minute, wait. Wait a minute. Y'all talking now. I'm talking about when I was a kid. Come on now. Go back when you was a kid. Okay.
That was a lot.
That wasn't to me.
Did you hear me say we came from a family of 6?
Okay, that
would
all.
be 60 gifts.
Okay, that's you all. That's I didn't come
and
from.
He came from a family of 5.
I came from a family of 5, but everybody was grown, and I was the youngest, and I got a chance to pick what I wanted, and I wanted 101 gifts. Now, of course, I know I wasn't going to get 101, but why you got to go down to 10? Why did you got to take the 1 from the behind there and just make it 10? And she said, pick from those 10, and we will pick what we're going to get for you. So that to me was, you know, I was sad. I can't remember what Christmas that was. I don't know, but it was so traumatic. I just lost the joy of Christmas. You know, I lost the joy of Christmas after that because I didn't get 101. But that was, you know, something that I remember back in the day that, you know, my mom said, you know, pick up, you know, what you wanted. And I just got spoiled. I'm like, wow, this is great. You know, as a kid, you don't think about, you know, what it cost.
No, you don't. And the one thing I can say in our household, because we was a family of 3 children, I have 2 other siblings, I do not remember not getting what I want. They always made it happen. Or even though we didn't ask for a lot, it's like we probably had 3 choices, and she picked the top 2, and we made do with it. We wasn't upset about it, and we interacted and played with each other's toys. And you make me think, maybe when you said your cousins around the corner, we was up the hill from you. But our friends like the Browns and everything, they'll open their stuff up and ask us, what did you guys get? And then they'll come over. And the thing that used to get me when someone would come over and play with your toys more than you playing with them.
Before you got a chance to play with it? Ooh.
Right. And it's like, and we was taught, oh, you have to share. But it's like, no, this is my toy. And when they break it, parents always say, you're allowed them to break it. You're not going to get another one.
And to bring that up.
Yes, I was going to tell that
Go
story.
ahead. Tell that story for me, Vanessa, so they don't think I'm lying. Say my brother's sitting there. Tell that story, sister.
One year for Christmas, my mother bought Ricky a helicopter that was remote control. It was radio control.
Wait a minute, she broke it down. Not Reverend, not Ricardo, not Rick. Ricky.
Right, back in that, that's what I was, Ricky.
And she had, because what my parents would do is they would set out the toys for us. The clothes would be wrapped up, but the toys would be set out. So the helicopter was sitting out, and we had a habit of getting up at 4 o'clock first, and then we get put back in the room. Then we get up at 5 o'clock, and we got put back in the room. Then we get up at 5:30, got put back in the room. And finally at 6 o'clock, they would let us get up and go. Well, this one particular Christmas, Ricky didn't get up at 6, so Al and I got up at 6. And he went straight to Ricky's remote control helicopter, started playing with it. The helicopter flew over Elby's head. Elby got scared, dropped the remote control. The helicopter dropped on the floor and broke.
Before
Christmas,
I got a chance to play with him.
He got a chance to get up and look at it. He broke it.
That was one of my 101 toys that I didn't get a chance to play with probably that time.
Broke it.
So, Elby, what's the spin on that?
Well, I was going to try to teach him how to play with it before he got up. I wanted to learn how to play with it. But as they say, our parents did give us what we wanted for Christmas, even though it was 5 of us.
Yes.
We always got what we wanted.
Yeah,
like I got a 10-speed bike, and my sister got what she always got more than anybody else.
I was the only girl.
Right.
But we always got what we wanted for Christmas, and we was always satisfied. So we always played with each other's things, like your elder kids. So we always enjoyed Christmas. It's always been a happy time for us in our family.
Well, go back. I want to know, how did you explain to your brother that
Thank
you
you.
broke his helicopter?
Thank you.
I didn't explain it. I think one of the family members explained it.
And I was so mad. The Christmas was just spoiled.
He was.
Because I could not play with that gift because he sat there. And he just went to go start playing with the rest of his gifts. Like, hey, that's your broke toy. I'm going to play with mine.
He did. Yes, he did. And did not share his toys.
I'm like, wow, that was
so wrong.
That was so wrong. I think to this day he has not bought me a helicopter. And I think since we're on the air and we're talking about this,
Christmas coming up,
I should be getting some kind of a toy helicopter. If not a real one, probably. Now. Where I could get a better helicopter to play with. So, that's some of the things that, we remember, as about reminiscing and we were younger. Tracy, did you share some things, didn't you, about the gifts and stuff, or that, because y'all had like 1,600 kids, as you were saying?
Right, so we only got like one toy each.
One toy each?
Right,
wow.
We all had to pass it around.
Oh, wow. Okay, that doesn't sound like the Browns.
Things. We made toys.
Okay.
Like when we got my brother Eric used to have these army men, so we made forts out of boxes, cereal boxes, and the boxes that came from the presents and things like that. So we might have got one thing, but then we built a whole village off of that one thing. And see, that's another thing that people don't realize is that Christmas. I joked about the 101 gifts and stuff like that. Of course, I knew I wasn't going to get 101. It would have been nice to get 50, but we ain't going to talk about that. People talk about that, and they don't realize that, Christmas was meant so you can, have a couple of gifts and enjoy being with each other as a family. If you got $40 spent on you in Christmas back in my day, that was a lot of money. Now you can't even get one game, not the Xbox or the Wii or the Nintendo or whatever they have out there now. You can't even get the game for $40. One game to go with that. And so people they're spending so much money now that they're taking away the joy of Christmas, because most of the people that are excited about Christmas now are the places that have the get a loan so they can charge you $2,500 worth of interest for getting $1,000. So it's a sad thing that now we're so commercialized that Christmas is not about anything about the meanings of what you used to do when you were younger.
Well, thanks for leading into that, because I do know this much. This past Thanksgiving, it really did my heart good just to know that Marshall's, TJ Maxx, and I don't know, was it Home Goods stores? It was 3 mega flagship stores that did not open up on Thanksgiving Day. And that was beautiful to me, because it's like, come on, can't the people who have to go to work and deal with the crazy shoppers, can't they spend family quality time at home without saying, can we eat at 2 o'clock? I have to be at work at 5 o'clock. To me, it's like you said, it's so commercialized now. It's changed the whole dynamics of what Thanksgiving is, what Christmas is, what New Year's is, because now it's just a rat race for shopping.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
And if any one of y'all broke the internet yesterday, shame on you.
I did not. This is the first time since I was a little kid with my mother going out shopping for Black Friday that I did not do any Black Friday shopping.
Oh, yeah, because I remember you and my sister used to get on my nerves. They were like, oh, meet me here. Well, we going to. I'm like, no. Yes. Thanksgiving the next morning, Mary Riggle like, we ain't getting up. Oh, we on the air. Okay.
Well, no, we wasn't getting up. I wasn't getting up and doing no shopping like that, because it's like, it's too commercialized. I always wanted to do this, and I said one day I'm going to do that. Just a couple of weeks before, at the beginning of November, I want to see the gift that I want and see if it ever really goes on sale. I don't know if anybody's ever done that before. Like, the big screen TV that you want that they'll probably be selling the next day, see if it's really a big sale or not. Are you saving, $20 because you got it on that day, you know, I'm like, I want to save more than $20.
A real shopper is going to pay attention to that because they know how they play the game. So if it's something that I know that I want to get, I watch it.
You notice she said a real shopper.
Yes, you know, AKA I'm a fake one, by the way.
Right.
You don't get into shopping like I do.
No, I'm like, because you're saying you pay attention to that.
You have to, because you know what they do is they push the prices up and then knock it down to the original price to tell you have a sale.
Yeah.
Demetria, take that mic, darling. Do you do any of that Black Friday, or did you do any of that Black Friday shopping?
I did.
Speak about it, darling.
No, I did when my children were younger. You know, and we had 7 children. You know, so I had to get the sales when I could. And you know, when you shopping for 7 children under the age of 15, you got to get the sales when you can. You know, but me, usually my shopping is done for my children by September. If I see something I know they
really
want. Yes.
Yeah.
Usually when I
she's
see
serious.
Yes, I'm even for my nieces and nephews. I'm usually done by September because I don't want to deal with the hustle and bustle unless it's something my children really want and I see it on Black Friday. Then yeah, I'll venture and stand out there and get it for them. But other than that,
the only other person I knew, and I don't want to say it, but the only other person I knew who really was good on that was my other cousin, Vicky. Vicky was through by July. And it's like, are you crazy?
And what happens if something comes out new? She
used to get the new stuff for her down the line. Once she finished, I remember in July.
A new game may come out. I mean, what do you do,
You just got the old game for the new year. So.
You know, well, that's what I said. If it's something that they really want, I'll venture out on Black Friday, or that'll be the last thing I pick up. But 90% of my shopping.
Because my mom used to do that. She'd be like, I was through in September. I'm like, you ain't going to shop? She said, I'm through. I'm like, wait a minute. You don't know what I want? Oh, did she?
She didn't want him adding to the list.
You know, I can't hear you. You got to get to the mic.
It was too many weekends and stuff or week evenings, and we would come home at night with bags, and you weren't there, so you didn't see it.
So they see. Not only did I not get 101 gifts,
and
they lied to me.
Helicopter.
Elby broke my helicopter. You know, I had a bad Christmas. You know, I must have been. How did y'all do that to me as a child? And then told me there was a Santa Claus too. And we're real here, so I think it's to know our glory. You got to know our backstory. We lived in the projects, and my thought was always, this is a tradition I had. How can Santa in a 15-story building where it had about 10 things on floor, right? 10 apartments on each floor. How did he get down this chimney, which I know was just the place where they had the fire to get the incinerator? And so, so I'm like, how did he get there? And they said, oh, he got a Santa Claus. How did he get there? I know they said, Santa Claus came straight to the ghetto or come straight to the ghetto, but I wanted to know how he was getting there. Y'all gonna tell
Tracy
me he was doing that?
Like you thought that too, because y'all was in the same area.
Yeah, because we lived in the same area, and I couldn't figure it out because all you saw was this smoke coming out the top. So how did he get down the chimney? And we didn't have one in our house. So where'd he come from?
And they're not smart enough like they are now to say, well, he takes a teleprompter, or he does this, and the big things he does it. We just say, oh, he makes it there. I knew Santa wasn't alive, around about 10. Because I just realized there's no way he can get there. Because, as a kid, you want to figure that stuff out. How is he getting here? Now, I'm going to be real honest with y'all. This is Rick McCain talking, not Reverend McCain. I'm just saying that right now. Reverend McCain wouldn't say this. Rick McCain will. I wanted to know how this white man came to this black neighborhood down a smoking chimney in an incinerator. How was he able to do that? That's what I wanted to know. I'm not trying to be prejudiced or anything like that, but that was one of the questions I wanted to know. I see my brother's going to get up and say so. What you going to say?
There was no racial bias back then.
That's a good political answer. I just wanted to know. I think a lot of people wanted to know if you lived in an apartment complex or a large, place where a lot of people live, how did Santa Claus come down to the chimney? Because that's all you saw on TV. He was coming down a chimney.
Do you know how he came down?
You know what? I didn't ask a lot of questions. I know already as long as I got my presents, and I already knew. Even when I stopped believing, I think I pretended like I believed for another 4 years to make sure I got more presents.
That's true. I think so, too. But actually, one thing I can say, I'm not even sure if Mom and Dad told us the truth about it when we was young, because they wanted to keep us children for the longest, because once you debunk the myth and everything, it's like you grow up too fast. Elby made y'all grow up too fast.
Yeah, Elby was a spoiler. I'm telling you, Elby spoiled everything.
Elby told me that there was no Santa Claus, and then he showed me where my parents was hiding the toys.
Yeah, because you were the bad guy. You know what? And it's like, I think I remember him telling me that, too. There ain't no Santa Claus.
What happened to the Easter Bunny, Elby?
As children, we used to go look for our presents during Christmas time.
Yeah, I mean, and
he's the one that told us where to go and look. Though.
Right, Elby knew everything. I mean, he could have been a spy. I'm telling you, Elby knew what everything was. He was very suspicious. Right around Christmas, Elby had like radar. He would know who was coming in, what you was coming in. He knew the difference between a grocery bag and Christmas and gifts. He said that don't look like A&P.
Oh, right, A&P.
That don't look like no A&P bag to me. I know what a store is. That's A&P. That don't look like an A&P bag.
And now, that don't look like no food for less bag. That's what the children are saying now.
And we had a closet, right in the front of the house, and they would put it like in the back. So he knew where that stuff was. Damn. They had to stop Elby from going in there. If they could stop Elby, they didn't have to worry about the rest of us. But if he went in there, he'd tell you what you had, what you was getting, what you was. So you think that's bad, but it was great because then we knew what else to ask for. Because Elby was able to go in there and find out what we had and knew the difference between an A&P bag and something coming from Christmas. We knew, okay, so this is what we need to ask for next. Because, we didn't ask for a coat. I'm sorry. I didn't ask for a coat. You got me one. Thank you very much for the coat. That's not what I wanted as a child. I still say to parents now, I was talking to a young lady on the train, and she was, picking out coats for her daughters. And I'm like, did they ask for that coat? She says no.
Let me correct you on that.
Okay. So you asked for a coat?
Oh, no. I have a 14-year-old boy who asks for clothes and coats and Gucci and this.
Oh, well, yeah, that's a little bit different now, yeah. He wants the designer stuff.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't want that designer
stuff. He asking for a coat.
Yeah. Hey, this is the Let's Stay Together show. Your host, Reverend Rick McCain, along with my baby, my girl, my boo. Stay with us. Thank you for listening. Stay with us. We'll be right back in a few seconds. What we got, baby?
We have family fun and traditions coming up. So thank you, listeners, and come on back and stay with us. Give us, 2 minutes?
Yes.
Come on back to the McCain train.
Woo-woo!
Good evening. This is Reverend Rick McCain with something you should know. The time has come where we start preparing ourselves for Christmas. Songs like Happy Holidays, I'm Dreaming of a White Christmas, Chestnuts Roasting on an Open Fire, This Christmas, and Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer will permeate the airways within the next couple of weeks. It's a special time, but the most wonderful time of the year is that I get a chance to be with my family and friends today on our show. We get a chance to reminisce about old times when we were children and laugh about things that happened during Christmas. We also get a chance to shed a tear together as family regarding those who are no longer here. Why is that important, you ask? Well, it helps heal the soul from sorrow and brings laughter where only silent nights once lived. It can heal the lonely heart and brighten someone's day that has been in darkness for a very long, long time. Being with family and friends rejuvenates the soul with joy of life. So please, make sure you spend time with someone and share a little joy to their world, and remember to remind them that the Lord has come. which is the only true gift we will ever really need. May you have a holy night. This is Reverend Rick McCain with something you should know.
Good evening. This is Brenda McCain from the Let's Stay Together talk show. Here is this week's announcements. Join us next week, December the 8th, 2015. Our topic, Single for the Holidays. Are you happy or lonely? Praise Productions presents Generation Black, an American Renaissance, January the 16th, 2016, Martin Luther King weekend at 7 p.m. at the Harris Theater, Millennium Park. This theatrical production looks at present-day society and how race and color are depicted. Performances will move audience to tears while creating a catalyst for change. Come witness the experience of a lifetime. For tickets, visit harristheaterchicago.org or call 219-805-9074. If you are looking for a great realty company, let us introduce you to PRG, Prince Realty Group. PRG is an exclusive boutique full-service real estate firm that does more than just help you buy or sell your property. Prince Realty Group will educate you during the process. Looking for a great cause? Help New Faith Baptist Church International fight against Ebola and learn more about the Living Water campaign. Go to Amazon to support the Joseph Assignment. Go to www.smile.amazon.com. Looking for another great cause? Project Gentleman is looking for sponsors to donate slightly worn ties, shirts, suits, blazers, etc. to young men going to college and men to re-enter the workforce. For more information or to schedule a donation, please call I Am Gentleman at 773-531-7719. Right after our show, you can tune in to hear more great preaching at New Faith Baptist International Church with Pastor Trinell Felder. This broadcast comes on every Tuesday at 9 p.m. at WYJS. This concludes the Let's Stay Together talk show announcements.
You are now returning to the Let's Stay Together talk show.
All right, welcome back to the Let's Stay Together show. We're here with family, having a family affair, healing for the holidays, talking about some traditions we were just talking about. So we want to know from you, what were your traditions? Call us at 312-754-4333 or go on Facebook and let us know some of your family traditions that you had and some of the things you enjoyed about getting prepared for Christmas.
Okay, well, I'll start this off. Some of the things that I truly remember as traditions was Mom always gave us new pajamas, and it was so cute because the pajamas back then used to have the cute little duster robes for the little girls and stuff, and then she always made us nice outfits. Me and my sister, 2 years apart, but we always had twin outfits. She hated it. I loved it, but around that time we had our, as I say, designer clothes were made by Everline. A lot of people was like, oh, you get hand-me-down homey clothes. No, sweetheart, you missing it. They designed to fit your body specifically. So those were some of my best memories, traditions of Christmas.
Man, who else has another traditional Christmas here?
One of the traditions that I had with my mom was always going down to Carson's. And my mom would always take us down to me, Ricky, and Al. We would go down and look at all the windows. Back then, they were decorating the windows. You had all the stores down there. You had Sears, Montgomery Ward's, Gold Blast, Carson's, Liddon's, all the
Marshall Fields.
Right. So she would take us down there to always look at all the windows, and then the stores closed.
Wait a minute, was Elby involved in that?
He was there for a certain time period, but majority of the time it was just Rick and I.
Oh.
Yeah.
You done moved up to Rick, baby.
Yeah, I'm getting a little bit older now.
Right. You went from Ricky to Rick. Okay.
I'm going to switch back and forth, Ricky. Yeah. You know, I call Al, not Elby.
Right. That's why I'm like, okay, who was that? That's the man sitting in the cut over there for those who cannot see him.
Go ahead.
Well, we were a performing family. Tracy, you remember that?
Yes.
Ringling and barley, and something like
we
that.
We thought everything was a show. We were the Browns.
Okay.
I mean, everything was a musical.
Ladies and gentlemen, here are the Browns.
Right, we used to perform, and because we always, my mom bought us a piano. I don't know who usually played it. Fred usually played it, or Cynthia.
Or Eric,
yeah, so they played the piano, and we just performed. So we'd be like, this Christmas, fireside blazing. That's my favorite Christmas song. Okay.
Yeah.
That's true. I forgot about that.
So wait a minute, that was Meet the Browns. That's why y'all so talented now, huh? Everybody thought they had skills back then, huh? And we continued to sing until our 20s, I believe.
Yeah.
Tracy wasn't there at our last little video that we did. We didn't have any money to buy mom and dad presents, so we made this video, and we just sang Christmas carols. It was hilarious.
Yeah. So that's the fun part about it.
That's the best gift.
Yeah. To do something like that is fun because your parents really enjoy that because they know your kids and it's for you guys. But to do something like that is it's fun for the family, for the mother and father to see that. So that was great.
Elby, you was about to say something.
Yes, we used to perform like that too at Christmas time. My brothers and sisters had their own little singing group.
Yeah, well, Jerome and Philip had a group. Now, Vanessa used to try to do some singing.
Vanessa like me. Don't go
Vanessa, she's the first one I started with slashing the hits. Because we sung together with each other because we used to do like little tapes and stuff like that. Doing that and sing with each other. So it was kind of fun,
And the Reverend has a trophy at his Automata High School.
Yeah, at Julian High School. Yeah, I sing a little bit, but that was just, it was funny because my brother
sings. You humble.
Well, my brothers and them used to tell me, you can't sing, and I just kept on singing, so. But we've always had like a family that, that would sing and stuff like that. And I think, it came from my older brothers, Jerome and Philip, from starting the talent shows over there at Jefferson Grammar School. So if anybody out there that went to Jefferson Grammar School, you remember those talent shows we used to have in Chicago, give us a holler out on Facebook telling us that you remember Jefferson Grammar School. That was on what? Taylor?
1522 West Fillmore, Thomas Jefferson Elementary High School.
She remember the address. I'm telling you.
I worked down the street.
Yeah. Okay. So that was, that was some good times back then, and we'd go and do things. Remember, you got anything you want to add to traditions?
No. You know what? I remember my mom cooking, and me and my brothers and sisters. My mom is a great baker. She can bake with the best of them. But I remember
she is.
I remember us fighting over the cake bowl.
Oh, yeah.
As unhealthy as it was.
That's a good memory.
Yeah. I remember fighting over the cake bowl.
Cake bowl.
You know what, speaking of her mom, and I have to do this quick shout out to her, it was so funny to me at this baby shower I attended recently. The first thing I did is went to speak to my aunt. Hey, darling, did you cook? And she just looked at me, just a little. But I'm like, I'm so spoiled to certain people cooking. And when they don't contribute a lot at an event, I get angry. That's for you, darling.
That's the first question everybody asks at the baby shower.
But
did your mom cook?
You brought up something that's just priceless because the fight for the cake bowl,
the chocolate bowl.
Oh yeah, I mean it didn't matter. It was just a cake bowl. That's probably where they came from, cake batter with the ice cream. Because man, fighting for that bowl, and the bad thing about it is that of course back then it was 5 of us, and then it went down. Jerome and Philip got a bit older, and then it was 3 of us. And Vanessa was a bully. So, I mean, Elby was nice. Vanessa was a bully. If Vanessa wanted something, she pretty much just got it because she'll give you this look and stuff. Like I tell that story all the time about how she made me watch all my children by slapping me upside my face or upside my head.
You're the only girl with 4 boys. What do you expect?
Thank you. You have to fight for everything.
And so not only did she get the cake bowl, she would get, my mama made some fudge. She would get, she would scrape the fudge. I'm like, come on, I'm the kid. I want to be able to do something, I scraped it sometimes. I didn't get it as many times as she did. I don't know how many times Elby got it. Probably.
I don't know what was wrong with you, Rick. I was the baby, and I got the actual beaters.
Oh, yeah, well. Yeah, to get the blender, the beaters from the blender, and
Yep, you the baby.
You could just sit there and put your finger there and lick. Man, that was some good times.
Speaking of, now tell me the logic behind this. My brother, I'm the baby. My sister's the middle child. My brother the oldest. Now, we used to fight over the bowl too, right? But my brother was so dirty and conniving with stuff, he would actually stick his finger in his mouth, get the spit on it, and then put it in the bowl. And me and my sister, you got it. We'd just give him the bowl. But the thing is, you think about it, it's like we all putting our finger in there, we licking our finger, and then putting it back in there. But to actually see him, but to actually see him do that, it's like he won every time. It's like you can have the bowl. That's just disgusting to me.
And he was smart. I'm telling you about that. He was He was creative. That's what you call creative. You knew that at that point that after that nobody else is going to eat it. And hey, I wish I would have thought about that a couple of times when Vanessa,
You're despicable.
But the funny thing about it is that with some of the traditions, I'm trying to think about some of the honey. You got any traditions you want to share?
I just know me and my sisters would stay up late at night and just have girl talk since it was all girls, and we'd stay up until like 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning just talking. And we still do that today. Like I think last week for Thanksgiving we did the exact same thing. We just snuggled up on the couch in our PJs. Aww. And had good girl talk.
And tell them your name again, because I want the guests to know who's out there talking.
Reese.
So Reese's got something else we're going to be talking about soon, Generation Black. It's a awesome, was it a play?
It's a theatrical production.
It's a theatrical production, and I think we're going to be giving away some tickets on there, too. So get ready to call 312-754-4333. What I've heard about it is excellent, and we're going to be looking forward to do that. This might be some tradition that you might do, go to a play with your family and stuff like that. My sister told me she's going to call. Family cannot call in for this thing. So I'm trying to think of some of the traditions that, I remember. One of the things I remember that I really loved wherever we moved to, we was on the west side, we was on the we were on the south side. My mother would always play Christmas music. And to hear that Christmas music just reminiscing around the house or, just going around the house, it just set you up so much for the times of Christmas. And just to hear Silver Bells or Chestnuts or Silent Night and hearing different people sing, songs, ding dong, Christmas bells are ringing. When you would hear that, it was like a magical time. It was the most wonderful time of the year. And that was a tradition for me, is that when my mom, nobody else would do it. My father wouldn't do it. My brothers and them wouldn't do it. When my mom put that, I don't know what we played at that time, was a cassette player, an 8-track, or who knows. What did they have back when we was there?
Stereo?
Did they have that one of those turn-up things?
You're not that old.
No. It was a 45 or... Yeah.
When we were in the projects, we had the stereo system.
Yeah.
And then as time went by, she went to the cassettes and to the 8-tracks. The 8-tracks and the cassettes.
I'm about to say that's not one of the Christmas songs. I don't know whose phone that is that's playing that.
You struck a memory on something, because one of the best memories was always the Christmas play we was in school. It seemed like everybody had to be in a Christmas play, and then a Christmas play at church. Because, if you're just church rooter, it's like, look, you're going to have a pretty outfit that day, and you're going to get up and go to church, either on Christmas Eve they had it, or that early morning before we had the gifts, open the gifts and come back home and everything. But we always was in a play. And that was truly a tradition until we got in high school and said, I'm not doing this anymore.
Yeah, I don't know if we ever had, we had to, they had sometimes we had you doing, like, Christmas things in grammar school and stuff like that, but I didn't do too many plays when we were in school and things. It was just the joy of knowing that Christmas was coming. I can't remember a lot of things we did at Jefferson. Vanessa, you remember the things that they used to do at Jefferson Grammar School? Elementary?
Christmas?
Yeah.
They had Christmas parties and stuff for the kids and Christmas plays and stuff every year.
Yeah, grab bags. Yeah.
Yeah, they had different classes did different things.
I never did like grab bags. I don't know. I was never one of those person that like grab bags.
You mustn't get good gifts.
Yeah, that's probably one of the reasons why I didn't like grab bags.
Or he bought a gift for somebody he wanted for himself.
Yeah.
Well, I would never do that, by the way, because I'd be like that commercial where the man bought the car for his daughter, and he brings a puppy, and then he says, "Oh, a car." He says, "A puppy," and he gives it a puppy. He said, "Hey, this car is pretty nice. I'm keeping it for myself." I'm not trying to be selfish or anything, but I'm going to buy something for someone else. If it's for me, I'm going to keep it for myself. But the fact of the matter, grab bags to me was like. I would always get the gift that, because you know what I didn't like about grab bags, and they do this a lot at work. So some of you all out there that know that this has happened to you, they would have a grab bag where you could switch gifts. And so if you didn't like that gift, you could switch it over to the next gift. And it was always, it seemed like somebody would switch a gift that I liked, and I would get something, that I really didn't want. And one time I got some lottery tickets. Oh, this is going to be great. I'm like, lottery tickets? Of course, I didn't win anything. But it was like, I had a very nice gift. And so grab bags was something as a tradition that I didn't really like. But
it's a trick behind that bag.
Yeah.
With the grab bag. I love that game that people play because people watch people's faces when you playing that game. And if they see you so eager wanting to give, they're going to make sure you don't get the gift. So I always played it off like, that gift. Now, I got my eye on this ugly gift thinking that's going to be, and I always got the gift that I want. And you have to know that Jedi mind trick game on people.
Okay.
Because they watch you.
I like
why I don't play that.
Right. Isn't that amazing that even in Christmas, people are being selfishly trying to make sure you don't get what you want?
Yes,
that's a shame. What's wrong with you people at work locations like that? If you know that person wants that, I'm talking to you out there. If you know that person wants that gift and you don't mind what you get, I don't care if you don't like him or her. Let them have that gift. It's Christmas. Don't be a Scrooge on Christmas. I want y'all to tell me right now, just, put on Facebook. Let me know if there's somebody that you were at your job or you were at, somewhere. Even if it was at the church they was doing that. I hope they didn't steal your gift at the church. But at church or anywhere you was at and you had a gift that you wanted, but a grab bag somebody took away from you. Shame on them. Call that person out right now. It was Joan Peterson. She's the one that did it. I don't know who Joan Peterson is.
It was Alex from my previous job. Yeah. Alex. Yeah. Alex. Alexandria. Alex.
You're going through some emotional things over there now. She really going, Alex. She even spelled the name. So
I sure did.
But wasn't this the person that just said, I got everything I wanted?
Oh, no, I did get it, but she was the one fighting me. We went toe to toe.
Okay, yeah, well.
Yeah. Well, it didn't happen to me, but it happened to two of my coworkers, and one of my coworkers was so upset, she barely spoke to the other girl after that.
Hey.
Because she took.
It was a DSW gift certificate, and she was hot.
Look at Tracy pulling up things on Facebook for LPs and 45s back in the day, when music was good music, and we've got some wonderful things out there. Who was that singing that song right there? 45. Yeah, I don't know who that is.
Is that when they had that little yellow disc
the little yellow.
That you set inside the record?
Right, you had to set inside the record to put on there.
That's for the 45.
Wow.
Right.
And then why did you put a penny on a needle?
So it would vibrate. If your record got a little bit warped, you put it on there. It would work out pretty good, boy. Yeah. Hey, we're going off track here, but y'all remember that one album that you could play backwards?
Oh yeah,
man, that was nice.
What album was that?
I forgot who that was.
Who it was. You could play the album backwards, and they had songs. Was it Prince?
I don't know if that was Prince or not. There was somebody else. Tracy will look it up for us. Yeah. The album you played,
it was
backwards. We got a girl over here. She's sitting up here like, what y'all talking about? What's an album? What's that little thing?
Right. Because Reese is only 17, and she will have a birthday tomorrow, and she will be 18. So we want to say happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Now, that is amazing. Hey, since we're talking to Reese right now, that is amazing. This girl is 17 years old. Yeah, 17 years old, and she's a part of Generation Black. Girl, talk to me for a second about this. Reese, I want you to introduce yourself and let them know what Generation Black is all about.
I'm actually going to be 30 tomorrow.
But she looks like she's 18.
I'll take it.
I knew it was that. We was gonna let them go with it for a while. 17.
Right. Wait, stop. I'm sorry.
Okay.
You're going to be what?
3030.
I thought they was lying about 17 seconds. I wanted to say she looks like she's 14 years old.
Okay, you're gonna like that girl when you get a little bit older.
I know. I like it now. I appreciate it.
People don't know that I'm 55. They say you look like something. The one girl told me, "Say, are you 40 today?" I said, "Bless you, dear. Bless you." Yes, I'll take that.
I do too.
It's like that's wonderful.
I remember 50.
So the amazing thing right now, Reese, that in maybe 2 minutes or 30 seconds, you've aged 13 years almost because you were 17 and now you're going to be 30. I don't know if that has anything to do with Generation Black, but I want you to tell us a little bit about Generation Black.
Generation Black, an American Renaissance, is Praise Productions' 4th annual production. It will be held at the Harris Theater January 16th. Martin Luther King weekend. It's a theatrical production that talks about relevant societal issues that we're seeing today, present day, police brutality, offenses against African Americans, and it's bringing a coming together and a catalyst for change throughout not only the city of Chicago, but throughout American society. And all the stories, it's not a traditional play, but all stories are told through the arts, either through dance, spoken word. We have a live band, music, and performers range from youth all the way throughout adults.
Hey, so, it sounds like it's going to be great. So it's going to be at the Harris Theater.
Yes.
On the 16th. That's Martin Luther King's birthday. So that's going to be excellent. So did you write this? How did you get a part of it?
Yes, I produced and directed
the
production.
Talented is 17.
17, go ahead.
And choreographed. This is our the 4th one that I did through my organization, which is a non-for-profit 501c3 Praise Production. So we're really excited. Every day we're bringing forth new information because of everything that's going on today in society and with the news. So it's so relevant and so needed in 2015 going into 2016. And it's going to really spark a catalyst for change throughout our city.
Now, is this with the church or just your production separate?
No, this is through our organization, Praise Productions, which is a not-for-profit. And we have 3 major platforms: arts, education, and social programming for youth and adults.
Yeah, well, the Let's Stay Together show definitely likes to honor and to work with people who are working with the arts, and so this is great. Sister, you had something you want to say?
Yes,
Vanessa?
I need more information about this. I want to see about possibly bringing you into my facility.
Yes, definitely. We partner with different organizations throughout the Chicagoland area, Northwest Indiana, church organizations, schools. We have after-school programs that we partner with. So definitely we're coming to do arts enrichment classes and social programming for youth and adults.
That's great. And so Generation Black, it says an American Renaissance. How did you come up with the name Generation Black?
It's a play on words. Each generation was given a name: Generation X, Generation Y. I call this Generation Black because we're a lost generation. What you're seeing with, killing young babies that we just saw. And so that's why I gave that our name, Generation Black. An American Renaissance is a play on words with the Harlem Renaissance, which was an awakening throughout African American arts, literature. And so what this show is talking about today's generation finding that awakening that's going to cause us to get to a new place in everyday life and throughout not just African American culture but American culture. I think that's important to say that Black Lives Matter is not just a Black issue, but it's a societal issue. So it's bringing that together. So
I think you said you was going to be giving away some tickets.
Yes,
right?
Definitely.
So talk a little bit about that.
So if they call in today, they'll get free tickets to our show on January 16th, floor seats. So definitely call in and get your free ticket.
So now you got to call in before we go off the air. Now, I've had people call once we off there. Can I get those tickets? No.
But, what's the catch to this? You could call in, but you have to tell us what is the name of the play.
You've got to tell us what's the name of the play. And so tell us again, what's the name of the play?
Generation Black and the American Renaissance.
So if you can remember that, if you call in before we get off the air at 8 o'clock, you will be able to win tickets to Generation Black. I believe that you're really going to enjoy this. This young lady seems to be well polished. I mean, she grew up so quickly.
She did.
Wow, 17.
2 minutes.
I'm thinking she's going to be doing one of those Button shows soon. What's his name? Was it Benjamin Buttons? Right? Yeah. And so, it's great. So give us a call, 312-754-4333. Hey, you could start your own tradition of fun going to the Generation Black play. Tell me again about where it's going to be at.
At the Harris Theater, downtown Chicago, January 16th, 7 p.m.
So get ready to see Generation Black here on the Let's Stay Together show. We're going to be giving information out about it again on our website, on Facebook, and we'll be giving an announcements on it in our show until the upcoming time of the 16th. Baby, you got something?
Wait a minute. Before you go on, Brenda, It's going to drive me crazy, but I think the song Rick was looking for, The Stairway to Heaven by Led Zeppelin. They're about, I think they said about 15 songs that do it, but I think the one you're talking about that you can play backwards is Led Zeppelin's Stairway to Heaven.
And I tell you this, and somebody correct me, there was a song that was played before that, because Stairway, that came back when? Because there was an album, then it was by an African-American group. I can't remember who it was.
Stairway to Heaven was 1971.
Okay.
And that
the
was
Beatles,
1980, right?
What, Stairway to Heaven? 1971.
Okay.
The Beatles,
somebody know what that song is.
The Beatles had a couple that you could do backwards.
Yeah.
And somebody named Judas Priest.
I don't know if that was it.
So it was a few Sticks.
Yeah.
And
those names don't ring a bell in the McCain household.
Oh, okay.
Back in the 70s.
Stairway to
I'm sorry.
Heaven, though.
Now,
come on. Right, let everybody.
You got to talk in the. You got to talk in the mic.
Led Zeppelin.
You don't know Led. Now you show. Oh
rock.
Lord.
He does rock. My brother Jerome listened to all music.
I listen to all music too, but that was not the song. I wish I remember what that album was.
He exposed.
Okay.
Us. He exposed us to all types of music and stuff, and
Yeah.
rock was one of them.
Yeah.
Because I think
I remember when
we did Benny and the Jets.
Yeah. That was Elton
A Horse
John.
with No Name.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, that was a drug song,
that
wasn't it?
Elby played
over and over
and over and over.
That's not a
and
Christmas.
over.
That's not a Christmas
song,
tradition.
No,
That's
it's
for
not.
sure.
That was just something he did till my mother got tired of it and told me to stop playing it.
Yeah, that was one. Some of those crazy songs and stuff like that. If you find the one I'm looking for, let me know about it. We'll go back to that, because I can't remember. It was an African American group that they had a song, and I wish I could remember who sung that. But if you're listening out there and you know who I'm talking about, you remember that song, you had it in your house, you still have it in your house, call us 312-754-4333 or Facebook us on the Let's Stay Together show.
Yeah, Facebook, because I don't know what they're talking about, but we want to thank our loyal listeners again for coming on the McCain train this week and coming and sharing this family affair with us. But we want you to stay on the train, because coming up next is Missing You, Family and Friends, but Gone But Not Forgotten. So please stay with us, call in, text in, or actually play with Tracy on Facebook and Facebook it.
Yeah, and so we're also going to, this is going to be like a more of a touching scenario here. We're talking about family members that you're reminiscing on who are no longer here with you. It's just an awesome thing that, when Christmas comes, not only just thinking about family in a sad way, but just reminiscing in the joy of what they brought into your life. And so we're going to talk about that. It was something I wanted to do for my family. I'm not going to get a chance to do today, but we're going to talk about it anyway. We're going to bring up an old memory that I remember with our family, with my mother. There's something she used to do with us that was really reminded me a lot about, who she was and the things that we used to share with each other. So we're going to go on a commercial break, and we'll be right back. Alvin, are we at our break? We're going to go out to a commercial break here. Thank you for listening to the Let's Stay Together show. In a commercial break, the Let's Stay Together show with my baby, my girl, my boo, author Brenda McCain. This is Reverend Rick McCain. Hey, if you do have any traditions, anything that you remember, fond memories about Christmas, give us a holler at 312-754-4333. Facebook us, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter. And if you can think of something else we can contact you on, let us know. We'll contact you. You can text me. You can reach me by airmail. But we thank you for listening, and we'll be right back. I guess when Alvin has a winning one, I probably need to start singing or something.
I mean, Vanessa gonna sing.
There we go. I was gonna sing chestnuts roasted on an open
we
fire.
sing from our heart.
Yeah, that's why the commercial's coming on.
Over there, he like,
Hey, we'll be right back after these commercial breaks.
Train with Reverend Rick and author Brenda McCain. They're bringing hot and powerful topics regarding relevant issues on marriage, relationships, and life-changing family topics. And they are funny, engaging, energetic, and they bring real talk that reaches beyond the walls of the church. They have been successful because they have discussed topics like, help me, I want to grow old. My addiction is hurting my relationship. Aborted but not forgotten. Living in an HIV/AIDS relationship. The hand that loves me is hurting me. So if you want to know their glory, you have to know their backstory. So get on board the McCain train and listen to the Let's Stay Together Internet Talk Show.
Hi, this is Reverend Rick McCain.
And this is Brenda McCain.
We'd like to thank you for listening to the Let's Stay Together Talk Show.
And riding the McCain train every Tuesday from 6 to 8 p.m.
UrbanBroadcastMedia.com, Chicago.
And around the world where your voice is heard. This is UBM Talk.
This is Alvin Washington, news anchor for UBM News Talk. And you're listening to the Let's Stay Together Talk Show.
You are now returning to the Let's Stay Together Talk Show.
All right. Welcome back. Hey, thank you for listening. If you've been listening with us for the first hour, we've been talking about family funds and traditions and certain memories that we had for Christmas. This is Healing for the Holidays, a family affair. We all got our family here. Tracy's got her family. Tracy, I want you to introduce the family member that you have here for us with today.
Okay, my family member is my youngest sister, Candice.
Candice who?
Oh, Candice Brown.
Okay, my Candice. Like, there's a lot of Candice out there. Miss Brenda, introduce your family that's here.
I have one of my first cousins, and I want to say the other F word, but, I get slack for it. Cousin, Demetria Billups.
If you're going to say the F word, you need to say that you're saying favorite.
Favorite.
Because this is a Christian show, and we don't want you to. I was going to say the F word.
One of my favorite cousins, but I want to slight my other cousin, but one of my favorite cousins. Number one, Demetria Billups over here supporting me tonight. Love her dearly. And I have an adopted cousin, Miss Reese, that's here. She's 18 years old.
Okay, and so you have someone else that's over here that's not a cousin, right?
No, Ashley is my cousin. I'm sorry, that's on the panel up here, I was saying. But I have a little Ashley over here, my other cousin, that's soon to be a mommy in a couple of days.
And
congratulations.
I know she's not on the mic with us, but she's in the room. So I just want to let people know that, who's in the room with us that's celebrating the family affair that we're talking about. And I have on here my brother, Albert McCain, who is the oldest of the three of us. I don't never call him Al, so I don't know why people do. I just call him Albert. We used to call him Elby. And I've got my sister on here, Vanessa McCain Mason, is on here with us as well. That was, the one who got everything she wanted and would beat people up. So she's on.
She's the only girl.
Yeah, she's on the show with us as well. I'm happy to have all the family here. So we're going to talk about something, and I'm going to set it up. Christmas is always a time where you set, with family and friends. And unfortunately, what happens in life sometimes is that people pass away. And, it's, we get sad around this time because we don't have those people in our lives anymore to celebrate Christmas. But we want to be able to, honor them and remember them and say some fun things about them as family members and not just sit there and be sad that they're gone, but just honor the memory of them being in our lives. And so we're going to talk a little bit about that. I don't know who wants to start off with sharing with something. So anybody want to talk about maybe a family? I know it's hard. So, relax, and just, kind of let's talk about, the family members. We want the people out there on, that's listening to know that it's okay to, rejoice about those who have left our family. Vanessa?
Well, I have quite a bit. I remember every year for Christmas when we were younger, my grandfather would come over to our house on Christmas. He would come, he would bring my Aunt Terry and my Aunt Marion. And they would make the rounds to everybody's houses and stuff. Of course, I miss my dad. my mom, my mom especially, my brother Jerome, because my parents, they always made Christmas special for us. They always made sure that when you walked into our house, you could not find any place to step because we had so many toys. You know, the living room was a nice-ass living room. It wasn't humongous, but it was a nice-ass living room, and we totally had it covered with toys from one end to the other. And, you know, just thinking about all the times when my mother would be in there cooking, my father would be in there cooking. My father was a better cook than my mother, but my mother was a better baker. And just thinking about, you know, she always wanted Christmas trees. She always wanted the Christmas lights until one year she got an aluminum tree. I could not believe this woman had a silver tree in that house. But just thinking about that, and I picked up the traditions that she has, where the toys are laid out for my toys are laid out for my kids.
Yeah.
And I just used the traditions that she had, and I brought them into my family. But you know, Christmas just isn't Christmas without my three angels: my mom, my brother, and my father.
Yeah, that's true. I'm not going to share on that. Mimi, you something you want to say?
I miss my dad. Let me say, my dad died when I was 8. But my dad that raised me died 10 years ago, December 10th. This was a man that worked tirelessly to, you know, make sure we had the Christmas of all Christmases. You know, he was with my mom. 4 girls weren't his, but he made sure we had everything we need. So, yes, I miss him. He died 10 years ago, December the 11th. So it's hard. I walk into my mom's house, and I still want to go into that room where he was at just to look for him.
Yeah.
So, yes, it's emotional around this time, you know.
Yeah, and it can be, you know, when you've lost someone that you really love, it's just good to just honor them right now. Mimi, I know you probably wasn't thinking about that. Do you want to, you know, shout out his name?
Oh, I'm sorry. R.C. Loudermilk.
Yeah. So we just giving honor to him, the man that he was, and all that he did for, you know, for the family and for celebrating Christmas, and just, you know, thanking God for the presents that he provided. And so thank you for that. Do you have something you want to share?
No, I actually been blessed. I had my grandparent passed away when I was in 4th grade. But in my adult years, my teen and adult years, I haven't had anyone that I've lost. So I've been blessed in that, you know, fashion. So.
Yeah.
She really been
that
blessed.
Is blessed.
Yes,
because that's
very
been a
much
long
so.
spell then. But I know, you want to do Candice before me?
Tracy and I were just talking about how we all used to get together as cousins, and our aunts and uncles, cousins, mothers, fathers, everybody was all together. And if we were to do that now, it's no one left. All our aunts have passed away. Mm-hmm. We only have one uncle left and my mom. And this is going to be the first year that our dad has passed away. Yeah. This is our first Christmas without him.
Yeah, and you know, and your father was a crazy person. I mean, he was just full of life. You know, always. I've been knowing Tracy's. Like I always say, I've been knowing Tracy since I was 4. So I've been knowing you all your life.
Yep.
You know? And so I remember him, and he's always been jovial. I can't even say the word. He's always been a funny person, just, you know, full of love and, you know, happiness. He would always joke around with you, and I just remember that, being over, you know, the different places that you guys were at, and just remembering him always having a smile. And it's hard because, you know, in life it's hard to have a smile on your face all the time. Maybe y'all didn't see the smiles all the time because y'all probably got the whoopings by him, but, you know, I saw the smiles, you know. So he was a wonderful person in that aspect. Tracy, do you want to share anything?
I mean, as Candice said, you know, and it's been coming up since we had Thanksgiving. This will be the first Christmas without our dad. And even though he was cranky, like you said, you know, it was a joy to see him with the grandchildren and, you know, the great-grandchildren. So I think that's probably going to be the one thing that I miss, not seeing him with the great-grandkids this year, and because he's truly, truly enjoyed those boys.
One of the things I remember a lot about family, but I want to also bring up someone that's, also missing that was a joy to us as a cousin was my cousin Phyllis. She was a sweet person, just, her spirit was just, awesome. She was someone that when I would go over to the Wilson household, she was always nice. We called her Lady. And she, we called her that before she turned out to be this fabulous lady that she was. And just being around her and the person that she was. And I know her daughter, Amber, probably, of course, she still misses her mother now. So I want to honor, her for the person that she was and the daughter that she brought up and the children that she brought up. She has, some sons, too. And to Nick, the husband, just give honor to that. My mother was the patriarch of the family. Everything about her was just, she was just, I was saying I wasn't going to do this, but she was just a strong-willed, sweet, she had a moment. Oh Lord, did she have her moments? But what were you gonna say? She definitely had her moments, and
same way Tracy laughed about her father.
Yeah,
laughing and stuff.
She had her moments,
if
and
you got the other side of Helen Tracy McCain.
Yeah, she. I didn't get them that many times because Elby took a couple of whoopings when he was younger. That after he got some whoopings, I never wanted to get a whooping in my life. I think I had one whooping. That's the good thing about having brothers and sisters. Yeah, I only got but one. And because I saw them getting whoopings, I'm like, I don't want to do that. And so, my father, was a person that was, strong-willed. I miss him. I think about my mom pretty much almost every day. And my brother Jerome, a character in itself. I will say that, he is a person that is missed. Let me just say this to all the people that listen, and I'll let my baby come. This is not about just, the good memories. Some people in your family, they did some things that it may have been wrong, but you want to be able to enjoy that they were a part of your family, because we've all done something wrong. The Bible said we've all sinned and fallen short of the glory of God. And so it's not just for us to sit there and say, I just want to talk about this person because I didn't like this person. It's about just celebrating the people in your life, and being thankful that they were a part of your family. Baby, what you got?
Let me see. The only person I strongly miss is my father. I mean, because we have a lot of deaths in our family, and it's just endless. And for me to just have that heartfelt memory of a person who was stable, a two-parent household, was so uncommon in my era, because most people used to say, both your parents lived together. Yeah, both my parents lived together. So he had a stronghold on us, but as you said, Helen McCain was the matriarch of your family. He was the man, is the patriarch of the family. He was, my father had his ways and everything, but when I look back now, it's been 20 years since I've been married, 21 years. I really think about my father every day, from the time I got that phone call to everything, missing him. And I love him to death. The thing is, with him, he was the person that didn't speak much, contrary to what people think, but he always made sure around the holidays, he gave us hell, but he made sure we got what we wanted.
Yeah.
Now, when I'm saying, most me and my mama wanted the house decorated this way, wanted the food on the table this way, and he fought us with a lot of stuff. But the thing that I loved the most was that we had the security of knowing he always came home, and he was always there. If he wasn't at my cousin's house all the time, but he was always home there. And the other things that I truly miss are, because our family is so small here in Chicago, because they came from Memphis, that it was only like 3 sets of families that we were close to. We didn't have all the cousins in Chicago. They were in Memphis. We had to go there for the summer. But the ones that was here, half of them are gone. But I love the fact that God gave us replacements. I mean, they never could replace them, but we could replace different memories.
And so, that's great. 21 years to the same man. He must be an awesome husband. I know he must be.
He all right.
He must be.
If he let me sing, he'd be perfect.
If he let you sing, we might be off the air.
See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying?
Oh, come on, Doc.
Yo, brother.
Let me tell you something. Can I just tell you? I mean, I'm honest. I'm sorry.
Oh, wow.
I'm just honest. I mean, one of us can say. You know that.
That's okay, Brenda.
You remember that game?
All my life. Don't worry
You remember that game? One of these things belong together. One of these don't. I could sing, and one of these things, one of the things in the family can't. One of the individuals in the family can't sing.
I sing real good. I sing from my heart.
And so I'm just being honest, but just bring some levity to it. But the thing about it, I want to say to our guests out there who's listening, let us share with us also on Facebook. Families that that are gone but not forgotten. We wanted to take some time just to celebrate who they are and enjoy their lives. They can never be replaced. And a couple of tears. Some that came from me myself. That it's they can never be replaced. You still think about them. You still love them. But, we want you to be able to share about them, talk about them. There's somebody out there right now that has just recently lost a loved one, and it's difficult for you. And so we want to let you know that you'll never be able to replace them. And for a long time, you're going to be sad and you're going to have a tear. But you should be able to fall back on that memory about the joy that they brought into your life and be happy. My mom brought us a lot of joy. Like my sister said, our Christmas tree was always full with gifts. And the good thing about it, which doesn't happen that much in households anymore, the gifts stayed in the house. A lot of times now you have a whole Christmas tree full and you taking them out somewhere. I'm like, wait a minute, this is crazy. You got 20 gifts on there, and 2 of them stay in the house.
You used to get so
18,
mad about that.
I still get mad about that.
Like, all these gifts under the tree.
All these Christmas gifts under the tree, and they going out. Yeah. Back in the day, we had, maybe 50 boxes, and they all stayed there. You might have had, and people realize, you didn't buy something for Aunt so-and-so and this person. You bought it for your kids because you just had enough money for your kids. Now everybody's spending, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 for Christmas, and they still paying off the Christmas loan from last year. And so, but it's fun that the Christmas was staying, Christmas gifts were staying there, and just to have that joy with the family. And one of the things that tradition I forgot to bring up is that when Christmas was, over, in the nighttime we would go see a show. And back then, they would actually have a Christmas show available for you to watch because they knew people would go to the theater on Christmas Day to watch a show. That doesn't happen anymore. So
it happens. They have blockbusters but it'll be a Christmas show. But they have those shows out there. They
don't have that. I haven't heard anything that's coming out for Christmas this year. Maybe I'm missing something, but I ain't heard of no big. I know Krampus is coming out. That's I don't know if y'all ever heard of Krampus. Krampus is a mythical character. We talked about that. A mythical character that comes to take bad kids away, and he's almost like a
he's
demon
over Chicago now,
or a witch that will come and take bad kids away and steal them away from Christmas if they're not good. So that's why you say you better watch out. You better not cry. I'm telling you why.
So that's a horror movie.
Yeah, it says when he's been good or bad. Krampus comes get the bad kids.
I want to see that, man.
Yeah, I know. I want to take you there. I'm gonna take you to Krampus himself. Krampus, take her away. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, I think Will Smith has a movie coming out.
Right.
Does he?
Concussion or something?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's
about the football players.
Oh. See, it's a blockbuster. It's Will Smith. He hit you on the 4th of July and Christmas.
Yeah,
because all his movies, Ali came out on Christmas.
Right, and so that's what I'm saying. You go out there and you would see those nice Christmas movies with the family. It was nice when you did that. That doesn't happen that much anymore. But back to the family, and we're not going to stay on it long. I just want you all to maybe go on Facebook,
Elby,
Instagram, or Twitter and share your family memories. Yes.
Yeah, I miss my mom. I remember one Christmas I was supposed to be getting a bike and it wasn't there yet. And I was getting upset, and my mom said, "Don't worry, it's going to be here." 20 minutes later, my father came in with the bike. So, my mom, like I said, was a strong person. I miss my dad, too.
Yeah.
For the things he used to do. And my brother Jerome, for the things that he taught all of us when we were kids. So, I mean, we have a whole lot of memories. We used to have talent shows inside the house. So, we're not one of those families that just didn't do anything. We entertained each other, fight with each other, entertain each other. We did it all. So kids today, they don't do things like we used to do. If we didn't have nothing to do, we'll find something to do to keep everybody happy and do what we need to do until the parents came home. But like I said, I do miss my mom because it's been recent, maybe only 2 years. And my father, Elby McCain Jr., because I'm actually the third.
Ah.
So
yeah.
I miss my family.
I didn't remember. Just because my brother don't remember, I remember the third. I remember his name. And it's it's so true. About family and just getting together. Like I said, that was so important about getting together, and we have to start doing that. More again, getting together, celebrating with each other. Because a lot of times we get older and older. I remember when I was younger and the family was so big. You had so many people, but I was younger. But now you're older, and now you're the old person in the family. And you're looking down at the younger kids, and they're saying, "Wow, there's a lot of people here." But you remember the people that are gone and that used to fill your life with joy.
Rick, when you say that, it makes me think of one of the funny things with my family is that I'm probably the only one that has a lot of children. I think I have 2 nephews and a niece. But the one thing about my household is there was always a lot of toys. And I remember the first Christmas when my brothers and sisters came over because we would have Christmas dinner at our house, and there were no toys. Yeah. And they freaked out because they were like, oh, my God, what are we going to play with? So I'm really excited for my brother to come over this year because now we have grandsons and we have toys again. So I think that's going to make him really happy.
Hey, we want to thank you for listening to the Let's Stay Together show. This is Reverend Rick McCain, along with my baby, my girl, my boo, author Brenda McCain. And you just heard the voice of Tracy Howard, Tracy Brown Howard, right? Isn't it Tracy Brown Howard? Yeah, that's it's something like that. Tracy, our producer, our everything girl, whatever your title is anymore, I don't know. I didn't fire her so many times, I keep changing the title. But, we're talking about just healing for the holidays, a family affair. We've got our family here today over here with us, sharing family memories, traditions, and we're also just talking about families and friends who have are gone. Anybody had a friend that they want to share real quick that that used to love that's no longer here? I can't think of any friend of mine. So if you have a friend of yours you want to share with us as well on Facebook to let us know that it was a friend of yours that you enjoyed so much being with each other. You had that friend that you'd be out and you challenge them that you got a better Christmas gift than them. I remember Michael. They used to live on our block, and Michael was so bad one year. His mama didn't get him any Christmas gifts at all. I've never heard that before. Never. She didn't get him anything. Nothing. And he was out there saying, oh, she just had them from me. A week go by. She had me 6 months. She still ain't had them, son. You ain't getting no gifts. And I thought that was so terrible, but she didn't get anything for him. And that was just
Where is he now?
I have no idea. But Michael, if somebody knows the Michael that I'm talking about that lived out there in where we live in Maple Park, that was just so sad, that she decided she did. I know kids are bad. Everybody's kid is bad. If you're saying your kid ain't bad, you lying to yourself and the kid because they bad. You got some kids.
I never got a whooping. The kids are not bad.
And the problem is now that you're bad now.
No, I'm not bad.
You should have got a whooping.
I'm not bad.
I tried to give your mama the
My
belt.
mother lectured us. She didn't whoop me.
Yeah, well.
But the thing was, she ain't had no reason. Like what you say, I checked my brother and sister out. They got it. I knew what not to do.
Okay. Well, we're going to talk about whoopings later. But I think you should have got one or two. I was trying to give her a whooping on Thanksgiving from my mama.
That's
pulled out the belt. No, I'm talking about I wanted to give.
We married.
Okay, yeah, but we're still a Christian show here. I hope y'all realize that we're still trying to get her saved. So for Christmas, if y'all got some holy water, please bring it to me because we're going to throw it. Now, I don't want a holy water.
I do need some.
I need y'all to have a holy bath. Okay, if you got a river that you can pour some holy water in there,
well, that's okay. Bring it. I could get dunked again.
Lake Michigan, if you can put some water in there, so we can just dump in there. We might have to keep in there for a day or two for seasoning. But, we just wanted to give thanks for those people. Hey, we're going to be talking about some things in our next half hour. But, again, we're talking about memories, traditions, and gone but not forgotten. So if you're on Facebook, give us a shout out. We've got some tickets we need to give you out there. My girl, get on the line again and talk about this Generation Black. What's Generation Black about again? Black?
Generation Black and American Renaissance is a theatrical production with dance, music, live band, drama, and spoken word, where we tell stories throughout today's modern and society, picking up on different issues that we're seeing today in the world and how we can be a catalyst for change.
Yeah, so I know we've got a lot of people on Facebook and listeners that can listen to the internet, they're around the United States. This is only for those of y'all who can get to Chicago. Around, January the 16th. So I don't want you to call from Istanbul and think, all right, I want the tickets. You won't be able to come if you can't get into Chicago. Now, if you're coming to Chicago in January, you should be able to call on, they'll get in Chicago. Chicago never sleeps. Come on.
No,
they'll move
weather-wise.
That's what I'm talking about, too. They'll move that snow out the way. They'll get you here. They want you to spend some money. So if you're coming to Chicago, you're going to see a great production. I love when you find someone that's doing great things. You don't hear a lot about, sometimes African Americans doing great things on the news anymore. You always see about some of the bad things. And there's a lot of bad things that are happening in our world today. And I just hope and pray that we will come together in these situations that we're having in Chicago. But Generation Black will be something that can help you. Now, you don't have to be black to go watch Generation Black.
Absolutely. No, we have people of different cultures, backgrounds, religions a part of our show.
Yeah.
So it's multicultural.
So is Generation Black just about black people?
No, Generation Black speaks on the actual generation that we're seeing today, a
Right.
lost generation. So not necessarily talking about our color,
Right.
but it should be a coming together of all colors.
Hey, I hope you heard that. Generation Black is about coming together of all colors. We're going to talk about that again in a few seconds.
Hey, stay tuned and come on back with us because we will be talking about what are your plans for the holidays.
We'll be right back with the Let's Stay Together show with Reverend Rick McCain and author Brenda McCain after these commercial breaks.
Good evening. The Let's Stay Together show presents Point of View by Donna Terrell.
Well, I've reached the stage in my life where I need to use a day planner. I never did that in the past, but I realized that if I don't plan my time, time slips away. Time is our most important resource because once it's gone, we can never get it back. It's time to reclaim time. It's time to be more productive with our free hours because as working people, we only get so many. I try hard to involve the Lord in my everyday, so I ask Him to help me plan my mornings and evenings so they'll be more fruitful and productive as well as relaxing. I guess it's no coincidence that I found this great excerpt from Dr. Charles Stanley entitled 7 Keys to Good Time Management on the Christian Broadcast Network's website. I'll share a small bit of what helped me. I'm paraphrasing a little bit. Choose to take charge of your time to the best of your ability. If you don't manage your time, somebody or something else will. Organize your time for maximum productivity and efficiency. If mornings are your most productive hours, set aside those times for what you really need to do. Put your greatest concentration and effort into those hours. Ask the Lord to help you manage your recreational time and the time you spend with your spouse and family. Ask the Lord to help you remove time clutter, things that clutter your schedule with unimportant activities and obligations. Stay organized. We must be intentional about how we use time. Either we're going to spend it or invest it. For Let's Stay Together, this is Point of View by Donna Terrell.
This is Reverend Rick McCain. The Let's Stay Together talk show is a Christian show that seeks to bring the lost to Christ through discussing relationships that can be taboo to the church. Within these conversations, we seek to bring you into a closer relationship with Christ, where our desire is to teach and tell you that God loves you and will never leave you nor forsake you. If you have never accepted Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior, you can do that now by repeating these words. Jesus, I believe that you've died for my sins, and that by acknowledging that you are God's chosen vessel that died on the cross for the remission of sins, my sins are forgiven. Tonight, I accept you as my Lord and Savior, and I will live my life according to your will. By saying these words, you are now a child of God. It may not seem or feel like anything has changed, but you have now just transformed the eternity of your life. The Spirit of God is now a part of you and will lead you in the ways of the Lord. Your next step should be to find a church with a solid foundation of teaching God's Word, where you can learn more about this new life with Christ from other Christians. Welcome to the family of believers, and remember, God loves you, and so does the Let's Stay Together talk show.
You are now returning to the Let's Stay Together talk show.
All right. Welcome back to the Let's Stay Together show. I'm your host, Reverend Rick McCain, along with my baby, my boo, author Brenda McCain. And we've got also the girl that you hear sometimes that jumps on the mic now and then, Tracy Howard Brown. Tracy Brown Howard? Tracy, yeah. I'm just going to call her. I'm just going to call her Tracy. Tracy gets on here sometimes also and gives us some information. Hey, we've getting a lot of people that are coming on Facebook that asking about the tickets. You have to be in the Chicagoland area for the time. We don't want to give you the tickets and you're in the Florida, and then we send you those tickets and you say, "Oh, I'm not going to be able to make it." We want someone that's in the Chicagoland area or that you know that you're coming. Don't lie. This is Christmas. I don't want to send crumpets after you. Make sure that you're going to be in the Chicagoland area. Crumpets needs to give me some money. How many times I didn't talk about that show?
You have promoted it like that sweet potato pie 7 times.
I ain't going to talk about no Patty's pie. That pie. Have you had that pie?
Stop.
Oh my goodness!
You're giving her more promotion. Stop.
Hey, have you heard about Generation Black? Ooh,
Right.
That's what I'm gonna get. You got to go. Let me tell you something. I can almost sing right now. Generation Black.
Was that Michael?
Yeah, that was Michael. The way you make me feel, Generation Black. You got to start looking. So while we're doing that, we're going to talk about what we're going to talk about. Where you going for the holidays? Give me an example of what someone would be. They would be able to see or they hear when they come to Generation Black. Give them a little teaser. What would they expect if they're coming?
It almost has an old school Spike Lee joint feel to it, but with a modern twist.
Mm-hmm.
So you have the warm colors on the stage with that nice acoustic jazz feel. So we have that old school jazz, so Coltrane and Miles Davis. But then we infuse it with new age sounds like from Nas and Common, your conscious rappers. And so it has like that old school feel with a modern twist. And then we're very eclectic with our music selection. So you have everything from John Mayer, John Coltrane, Nas. So it's something I feel like for everybody.
Yeah. So tell us again your name and about the production.
I'm Reese. I'm president of Praise Productions, Inc., and we're hosting our 4th annual production, Generation Black and American Renaissance.
Hey, Reese, did we say where they can get these tickets at?
You can go to the Harris Theater's website, harristheaterchicago.org.
Okay, so
that's that information is on our website.
Yeah, it is on our website as well. So, hey, we're going to be talking about
something about our plans for the holidays.
Right, plans for the holiday. What are our plans for the holiday? Oh, we
Our
just
plans
got
for the
a
holiday.
date.
Yeah, we going over to my sister's house and eat. So now, if y'all have any Pepto-Bismol.
Oh, well, we won't even go there, babe. Don't go there.
I know, Mr. Greedy's and taking home 6 or 7 plates and not talking about anybody's food.
Yeah, when I take home 6 or 7 plates, that's because
you're greedy.
Brenda had to eat some food.
You're
That's what
greedy.
I had to take care of my
You're
baby.
greedy.
But I want a Pepto-Bismol commercial out of this one because but no, my sister cooks pretty good, so I don't have any problems with that. But obviously we're gonna be going over her house for it's gonna be Christmas or Christmas Eve because I know you do
Christmas.
Okay, so I know sometimes you do
because I skipped out on everybody on Thanksgiving.
Okay.
So Thanksgiving, I'm fixing dinner for everybody.
So you did like an Alex O'Neal, huh?
I don't know what
you
Alex
a fake,
did, but no,
baby.
I'm not a fake, honey.
You faked out on
steak and sides and didn't have to clean up a thing.
Oh, that's all right.
Let me see my pictures that I seen her. Y'all was at a bar somewhere on Thanksgiving.
No. That was the day before.
Oh, you had to get it in the day before.
That was the day before with my daughter and her friends.
Okay, because I'm like,
those are my New York kids.
Let's go around the room. I'm gonna go with Reese first. Reese, what you gonna be doing for this holiday?
My family actually does something called fake Christmas. We started it a couple years ago. Yes, we started this tradition a couple years ago because my sister Shay, hello Shay, if you're listening, got married, and so we spent Thanksgiving together with my immediate family, and then she goes with her husband's family. So since we're so close, our sisters and my mom, we celebrate Christmas after the New Year's, which is better because we get all the sales, so everyone gets all the gifts they want, and then we still get to spend it together. So we usually celebrate Christmas in like January after New Year's.
Oh, wow.
Sweet.
Fake Christmas. So now your family it's not that big, so I'm going to do one of those encore things and say that Brenda and I will be going over there faking with you all.
Right. When we get out the air, you could give me the address.
Right,
Okay. I think we're having tacos this time, so we're doing like a Mexican night.
Hey, my name is Ricardo, so that's fine.
Wait a minute. He went from Ricky to Ricardo.
That's my real name. Is Ricardo, so I can have me some tacos for you. So, she's going to be surprised, like, wait a minute, they over here.
Come on now.
Hey, I didn't expect y'all to come. She's like, I hope they ain't coming. I might be there, so don't give me your address because I'm like, I like fake Christmas. If I'm getting a present, you can fake all you want to.
Reese, you living in the Chicago area?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Don't say it. But,
somewhat,
you get that.
Don't worry about it. They got GPS on it. Mimi, what you got for us?
Usually Christmas Eve we'll go to church, then go back to my mom's house to help, her cut up all her celeries and onions and clean up and getting ready. Then we go home and relax. Christmas morning, because we have 7 children, 7 grandchildren, number 8 on the way.
Not now.
And 4 great-grandchildren. So we cook breakfast at our house on Christmas morning, and then later on that afternoon we go to my mom's house for Christmas.
So, fake over there, get the mic. The person that didn't do anything for Thanksgiving and made the whole family have nowhere to go.
Hey, it'd be like that sometimes. Right?
What you think? What you doing? We already know, but what you doing for the holidays?
My husband and I are gonna cook for my brothers, my nephew, my grandniece, and their family. We probably have, traditional turkey, ham. My husband does an outstanding rib roast. The greens, the macaroni and cheese, sweet potatoes, corn on the cob. My husband does homemade cranberry sauce. Trying to think, am I forgetting anything?
Yeah.
Stuff. And I do, other than the cranberry sauce and the roast, I do all the cooking myself.
What time is dinner?
Probably about 5. Give my husband time to cook his roast.
Okay,
Can I wait a minute? I need to go back for a minute. Can I go back real quick?
Yeah, you can.
When we were discussing people that we missed and we lost and stuff, I neglected to talk about my mother-in-law that passed away this year. I have to say, I'm going to miss my mother-in-law. Her name was Eldoris Mason. She was a very, important person to me. We spent a lot of time together. We were talking on the phone for 4 hours. And she was with us last Christmas, and I'm truly, truly going to miss having her there for Christmas, drinking wine with her. And I think about her a lot, especially when I look at the phone, but I digress. But I want to say that. But yes, then I'll probably make my brother Greedy's favorite dessert, chocolate pound cake.
Either
that,
wonder what brother that
either
is.
that or the black bottom cupcakes. I'll let.
Oh,
him
those
decide.
are good too. Yeah.
I'll let him decide.
I'll make the decision. Both.
What was we talking about now?
Dessert. Either he likes chocolate. Either a chocolate pound cake or the black bottom cupcake.
Now those black bottom say that again.
Black bottom cupcakes.
Those black bottom. I keep on saying pound cakes, cupcakes. Those are good. I don't know where she got so good.
I make them.
Yeah, I mean I don't know where that recipe came from.
That recipe is over 30 years old.
Oh well, hey, it's
you would
good.
think y'all not in the same family, huh?
You know.
Wonder.
Hey, you know what? Heck, that's just because you know everything about your family. Why she say yeah? People. There's a certain thing about testifying and testifying. So which one you doing?
I testify. Mm-hmm. I don't lie on my family. I tell you the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Okay, well we ain't gonna go there because you lying right now. But another thing I want to say, just going back, reminiscing on that, I want to thank John because John was very instrumental with being there with my mother at the time that she was sick as well. And I know that it was difficult for him at the time that his mother passed away. So, John, we want to give much love out to you for being there for both the mothers the time that you was, and he can cook too.
Yes, my baby can cook.
He may
too when he wants.
He may go through a theological discussion on how it's done. I just want to eat it, John. That's all I want. I don't want to know how you do it. Just cook it,
right?
So I can eat it
up. Because it'll be cold when he get through telling us
because
about it.
Let me tell you how it's done. It's you have to be able to, And I'm joking with you, but he would do it. I'm like, John, I just want to eat it. I know your ribs are good. We've had them before. I don't want to know how to cook them. I just want to eat the ribs. But we appreciate what you've done for both mothers as well. Who else want to chime in? Mimi, come on, somebody grab the mic. Somebody say something. Go ahead.
We usually try to go to church Christmas Eve as a family, and then I know that's Christmas Eve. Don't make it sound like you well, it starts at midnight, and then my wonderful sister has been hosting Christmas for about 30 years.
Oh wow, girl, I ain't even that old.
Your daughter is.
Nobody can hear you on that mic. You do know that, don't you?
So Tracy has been hosting Christmas for about 30 years. This year it will be at my mother's house to make it easier for her and my sister.
Okay, well that's great. As Tracy hollers out there, we've got to retrain some of these people around here. They think they just holler. We just talking to each other. Hey, this is Reverend Rick McCain with Brenda McCain here on the Let's Stay Together show. Thank you for listening, baby. You got where are we gonna be at? Other than my sister's house. I mean, I love the fact that they say church because I'm trying to figure out.
We are actually this year open. Our calendar is open. We used to be boom boom. Let me talk.
Okay.
We used to be boom 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 busy, but now boom boom boom. Okay. Anyway, we used to be boom 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 busy, but this year is so relaxed. I actually want to start off a new tradition with you and I on Thursday because I said we gotten away with it. We've been so focused business wise that anything just fun wise, me and Rick we'll get to it, and then next thing you know, the holiday gone through. But I'm doing a shout out for the Wiz this Thursday. I asked my husband coming. I said, let's start a tradition. Let's do a date night on Thursday night and watch the Wiz. We never do 25 days of Christmas. Every week, let's watch some Christmas something to get us in the mood for the holidays. And when that Christmas day comes, we invade your sister's house. She didn't say bring anything, so we just coming on over. Then we're going to hit Reese up.
I can tell you this. I'll tell you this. Since you got on the thing and said, "Can you talk?" Our tradition is going to be watching Crumpets. That's what we're going to be watching.
Yeah,
I want y'all to see Crumpets because Crumpets is going to come pick her up from the house. If you've seen it out there, I know I've said it a lot. Just look at the previews for Crumpets. It's kind of interesting.
This is a real movie.
It's a real movie that's going to be coming out. Crumpets. For the holiday, yes, it's a scary movie. So for the holiday, and I'm going to tell you something even better out there than Crumpets that's going to be coming in January. It's called Generation Black. So you may want to take a look at that too. Scare your child to death and then, educate them at Generation Black here. But for the holidays, I guess for me, it's just good to, to be with family. We'll be over to my sister's house, eating. What we want you to do also is, share with us some of the things you're going to be doing for the holidays. maybe you're going out of town, to visit some family and friends. Maybe this year you're staying in because your family, everyone is coming to your house. Share some of the wonderful things about what you did for the holidays so we can share them on Facebook. We're still giving away some tickets now, so 312-754-4333. Stop coming on Facebook and saying, asking about the tickets. You got to call in to tell us what the name. If you don't call in before 8 o'clock, which every time we give away tickets, someone always calls like 8:01, 8:05, and they want me to come into that room and answer the phone, and I'm not doing that this time. You're going to have to call in. Let me have my young lady have that mic back again so she can pub this Generation Black. Tell them again about who you are in this play.
Reese with Praise Productions, and we're hosting our theatrical production, Generation Black and American Renaissance, at the Harris Theater, downtown Chicago, January 16th at 7 p.m.
It's going to be at the Harris Theater. You can get the tickets at harristheater.com.
Yes, harristheaterchicago.org.
Okay. And
now, that's a Saturday night, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, so this is going to be some Saturday night fun, you go there. I really believe that you're going to enjoy this. We're going to be talking about it, putting it on our Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn and Twitter pages, letting you know about it. I love working with young people who are doing great things. This is going to be something awesome. Is this the first play? Or?
No, this is our fourth one.
Oh, wow, a fourth one. So you've got some other ones out there. Now, are they on DVD or anything like that? I was going to say VHS, but you probably looked at me like, huh?
No, we actually have our first one, all three. Yeah, before this. Visions, Flash, and Back to Black are all on DVD.
All on DVD. So, and where can they get that? So they can say, I want to know what she does first.
If you visit our website, Praise Productions Inc. NFP.com, you can see, actually, YouTube us, Praise Productions or Chosen International Praise Dancers. You can see some of our work and definitely visit us.
Yeah, so like I said, we'll have some of that information on Facebook that you can find, and also on our webpage. If it's not out there now, we will have it out there soon. So the holidays are coming up, and so we want you all to remember to enjoy a lot about the holidays, and just, don't go crazy with the spending. I know your little kid want everything in the world, and you want to give it to them. Sometimes no is a good answer. You don't have to buy everything. I know, some of y'all are not listening to me as I say that right now, and you're still going to try to buy them everything. But, in moderation, so you don't put the whole family in a destructive financial situation. We did have someone come on the show and talk about that, about just being financially conscious, that, not to buy everything that's out of your financial needs. Kids need to realize that everything you can't have. And when you start giving them everything, like, my wife has gotten, as she said, she got everything she wanted, and they start getting spoiled and, feel that they should get everything, And so my sister and them thought I got everything I wanted. I wanted one less brother and sister, but I still had that.
Yes, take that mic, Vanessa.
You were the last one, remember?
Yeah. Well, I had to come. I was the special child.
No.
Not the school bus special child, the special child.
I don't know about that.
It was my time to come. I had to come. The
4
Lord,
years later,
the Lord wanted me here, obviously.
We were set.
How was y'all set? It was 3 boys and 1 girl.
There was one less headache I had to deal with.
And I'm sure she
Vanessa.
I'm sure she wanted a girl trying to dress me and and dresses and stuff like
Watching
that.
soap operas.
Watching soap operas.
No, I ate your baby food.
Oh, well, heck, that was okay. I didn't like it anyway. I wanted some chocolate.
One thing I have noticed with this McCain family that I've been blessed into for 21 years.
Yes, you have.
They love chocolate, and I cannot stand chocolate.
And that's why you're my wife.
I like German chocolate.
I was smart. Oh, yeah, you know what? Let me tell you something. That was a tradition I didn't like. This little chick over here that's called my sister, Vanessa McCain Mason, she used to eat chocolate cake all the time, too. When we was first younger, she used to eat chocolate all the time. I get a chocolate cake, she get a chocolate cake. She didn't like the fact that I was eating more of her chocolate cake than hers, and so she switched it to German chocolate because she knew I didn't like coconut. And so every time on her birthday, she would get German chocolate. And I'm like, wait a minute. Now, I can't eat none of her cake. She can still eat mine. Ain't that a shame?
Smart, wasn't it?
That's terrible.
They're smart.
Now, there better not be no German chocolate cake in that house on
yes,
Christmas.
it will. That's my Christmas gift.
Because I'm going to be like Elby. I'm going to try to fly it. I'm going to try to fly it like a helicopter and throw it up in the air and see how much coconut can fall. And, you know, coconut don't come off of chocolate. I hope y'all know that. So I could never eat any. I could never eat any of it. So that was just a shame that she would do that, especially on birthdays and holidays. You know, she get a
Getting
German
away
chocolate
from
cake.
hater aid.
Yeah.
Everyone, if you want to give your family a Christmas gift, give them tickets to Generation Black.
Good plug.
Now, one of the things I was going to do, we had a tradition that I was going to do that I didn't get a chance to do, is that one of the things that we used to do in our house that my mom did a lot that I remember, during the holidays as well as throughout the year, she would bring home some Maurice Linnell cookies. And I was trying my best to get some Maurice Linnell cookies here, but they only have one location now, and it's in 3800 North Harlem. And they're only doing the chocolate chip cookies now. So one of the things I was going to do for the family is I was going to get some Maurice Linnell cookies because my mom would bring those from Western Electric, and it was just wonderful having those cookies when they came in. They were just delicious. You don't remember those cookies? It's on 3800 North Harlem. That's the only location now that they have because they just recently closed. Maurice Linnell was a part of my childhood, and we loved those cookies, and we would hope they would come back. But the only thing they're doing now is chocolate chip. And I'm going to let my baby come in for a second. I want all of y'all, bring me some of your memories as well, some of the places you remember. Chatty Cathy doll, my sister doll, on sale now. The vintage thing, $1,700.
Lord,
my goodness. What you got, babe?
First of all, my baby did check everywhere for those darn cookies. I'm like, what's so special about these cookies? But he just gave you the whole scenario on it, so I hope you get those cookies for your family.
Yes, I will.
And I do want to go back to that nice plug Vanessa said. If you want to get a nice Christmas gift, give the gift of talent, creativity, the arts to your child or just a fellow person in your family of the play Generation Black. The tickets are floor seats $30, balcony seats $25, VIP tickets are $50, and you could go to the website, Facebook them at Generation Black or Praise Productions because you need to be there on Martin Luther King weekend because Chicago gonna be popping next year around that time. We were 5-6 weeks in, so I'm sure that Reese said before, this play is relevant. What's going on now, we're going to have more of that probably going on in another 5 or 6 weeks. So this would be a great gift. And for those who missed it this week, we're going to carry it on for next week. But come on now, you Facebook and you got to call in, pick up the phone, call in and get those tickets. You got a good 6 minutes to go to get them. So once again, those tickets are Generation Black, January the 16th, MLK weekend, 7 p.m. at the Harris Theater. Tickets are floor seat 30, balcony seat 25, VIP 50. It's on our website. It's on the Facebook page. Go to Generation Black or Praise Production. So we give it 2 thumbs up here at the Let's Stay Together show. So come join us. We'll be there too. Join us. Let's have a party that night.
And so we're about to go to our last stop on the McCain train.
Yes, we are. And our last stop, that just went in there smooth because I'm not used to you doing. Next week, we want you to join us. Oh, this is a good one. Single for the holidays. Are you happy? Okay, Elby, come on back. Are you happy or are you lonely? But Elby is a quiet person. He don't talk much. So we need somebody who's going to just shout it out over here about the single life. Now, the McCain train has pulled into our last stop, and we'd like to thank so many guests and family members with our woo-woo train. Demetria Billups, my cousin, and my new cousin, Miss Reese, and the baby cousin, Ashley, over there that didn't get on the mic. But that's Ashley. She's in the studio. We want to thank Vanessa Mason-McCain, Rick's sister, Elby McCain, his brother. We want to thank Elby. We also want to thank Candice Brown, which is Tracy's sister, who I can't see at all today in the studio. But hey, girl. But we want to thank Candice and Tracy and Alvin for making this another fun show. What you got, babe?
And so I just want to thank everybody for being here as well, talking about things that we're going to do for the holidays.
Hopefully you all will take the time to enjoy being with your family, being with friends, not allowing, trials and tribulations of life to tear you away from the joys of the holidays. We want you to be able to just be able to have a family affair or enjoy being with family. Do something with the family. Have some fun with the family. I know work is always pulling you in so many different directions, and nowadays, the workplace seems like, they think that you're a part of their family and you don't have a family anymore because they're trying to make you work so many different hours. But take some time this holiday season just to step away from the job and just enjoy being with your family, because it's very important, because there are times that you'll never be able to get back because, there are people out there now who've recently lost a loved one. There are also people out there who have lost someone and it's still fresh no matter how many years it's been, and that you're concerned about, how you're going to make it because they're not here. I want you to enjoy the fact that they were a part of your life, and just enjoy this holiday and just relax and be jovial and sing some of those Christmas songs and get out those old Christmas CDs and cassettes and VHAs and 8-tracks and whatever they had, albums, and all those things that you used to have back in the days, and play some of that old music and think about those old times and reminisce and have some fun, and call somebody that you haven't talked to in a while and just say, hey, I was just thinking about, Christmas, and it just made me think about you. So we want to hope you enjoyed the show today. Thank you for listening to the Let's Stay Together show. Your host, Reverend Rick McCain, along with my baby, my girl, my boo, author Brenda McCain. We also have Tracy on the show with us, Tracy Howard Brown. I keep on saying Howard Brown. I think it's Brown Howard. I keep on. I know. She's Tracy Brown Howard, and also Alvin Washington, who is our producer on the show. We want to thank you all for listening. Hopefully you'll come back next week. We've still got a couple of minutes. You all are jumping off, but we still got a couple of minutes. They're like, y'all ready to go? Well, we still got some couple of minutes. Relax. Where y'all going? The job is going to be there waiting for you tomorrow anyway. It's like, hey, who told you can get an evening off? But hopefully you all enjoyed that. Hey, again, we've talked about it a couple of times. We're going to keep on talking about it. Generation Black. It's in theaters, the Harris Theater, on the 16th of January, 2016. You can get your tickets. You'll see us on Facebook. You can find information on Twitter. You'll find it on our webpage. You'll be able to go to the Harris Theater to do that. We've got a caller right now. Hey, caller, are you there?
I'm here.
Hey, how you doing? Who's calling?
This is Kimberly.
Kimberly, how you doing? Kimberly.
All right, and you?
Kimberly, so what are you calling us for?
I'm actually calling about the Generation Black American Renaissance tickets.
Oh, you are? So,
yes.
Tiffany, there was something we asked the question of, the name. You have to give us the name of the play. What is it? What is the name?
I thought that's what it was, Generation Black.
That is what it is. I just want you to say it again, because you said, I was calling about the Generation Black tickets. Everybody said, she said it. She said, I want you to say it again so everybody knows. So we're going to get your information from you. Stay on the line so you can win the tickets. You are the winner of the tickets. Thank you for calling. We'll make sure that you get that. So just keep the information there, and we'll make sure you get the tickets, okay?
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. So we're about to, you got something else you want to say before we jump off there?
I just want to thank all of our loyal listeners for tuning in this week on the McCain Train, as well as our in-house studio guests. We love you guys. Happy holidays to you, and hopefully we will be together soon.
Hey, you've been listening to the Let's Stay Together show. Reverend Rick McCain and my baby, my girl, my boo, author Brenda McCain. Thank you for listening to our show. Hey, next 2016, we're going to be revamping the show, doing a couple of things, different ways, so we can make the show more exciting and more interesting than it is now for you. So stay tuned with us as we change the platform and do a lot of crazy things. And we're going to start giving away some more tickets for several different shows and ideas. So thank you for listening to the Let's Stay Together show. We hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you next Tuesday, 6 p.m. Thank you for listening. See you soon.
On to urbanbroadcastmedia.com and check out the many services Urban Broadcast Media provides. Whether it's social media, video production, radio broadcasting, or audio recording, we got you covered.